When your mom said, "Eat your vegetables," she knew what she was talking about. And Ohio vegetables are as good as it gets. But what's it like to be a vegetable producer in a state where corn and soybeans are king? We visit 4 Ohio vegetable farms to find out. Our first 2 farms are in Huron County, about 60 miles southeast of Toledo.
Huron County is the salad bowl of Ohio. Of the 88 counties, there is more income generated by the vegetables grown in Huron County than anywhere else in the state.
This farmland used to be an ancient swamp. In the late 1800s, Dutch immigrants drained it. What's left behind is a fertile powerhouse of soil. The farms here are so productive, it helps fuel friendly competition between neighbors.
We grow 35 different types of crops in this area.
We raise over 40 different items.
Spinaches, beets, green onions, mustard, turnip, collards, and kale.
We grow endive, escarole, romaine, green leaf, red leaf,
zucchini, yellow squash,
dill, cilantro,
cucumbers,
green onions.
Everything you would ever possibly need to make a fantastic salad, we raise it right here at the farm.
If you want a vegetable on your plate when you go home, you can drive through this area, this particular area, and if we don't have it, one of our neighbors would.
The Weirs and the Burmas are neighbors and cousins, descendants of the original Dutch farmers. And they both run big operations. Ben and Lisa Sipple aren't big. They have an 80-acre farm near Mount Gilead, 40 miles north of Columbus. Though much smaller than the 2 Huron County farms, they share a surprising similarity.
We raise over 40 different crops here. The number one challenge of CSA farming is the large variety of crops that you must raise.
CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. Some call it subscription farming. Subscribers sign up and receive a weekly share of vegetables. To keep subscribers happy, seasonal variety is important. That's why Ben and Lisa grow so many different crops.
It seems that everyone has their favorite and their not so favorite. The staples, the tomatoes, the zucchinis, cucumbers, lettuce, everyone enjoys those. We also raise okra, and we have certain families that we could just give them okra.
Yeah,
nothing else, fresh okra, and they'd be ecstatic. They'd probably sign up every year. Then there are other families that say, if you give me okra, I'm not going to join again.
On a farm 40 miles west of Columbus, Todd Michael runs an operation that's a bit larger than the Sipples.
The farm's located in Urbana, Ohio, Champaign County. It's about 2,400 acres. Here at Michael Farms, we grow sweet corn, green beans, cabbage, and potatoes. We tried probably 50 different vegetables over a period of 10 years, and we ended up with the 4 commodities that we have now.
Large or small, all vegetable farmers share a need for speed. Because everybody wants the freshest produce.
Once the vegetables are harvested, then we take them into our central packing shed. And we'll wash it, cool it, count it, package it, grade it, and get it ready to ship out that night.
The fresh factor is one reason why local CSA farms are becoming more popular.
A lot of the people will be enjoying these lettuces tonight for dinner.
Ben and Lisa often harvest in the morning and deliver to their subscribers that same afternoon. While CSA farms are local operations, the Huron County farms compete on a national scale. That means plenty of stiff competition. For them, producing in Ohio is a geographic advantage.
We're told right now that green onions, for example, that cost us about $8 just to break even, is being brought in from Mexico for $3.50, $4 a box. But we have to maintain a superior product, one that's got better quality, it's got better flavor, a longer shelf life because it's a lot fresher than anything brought in from those long distances. That's the advantage of the Midwest.
Whether the produce is being delivered across the country or across town, it all begins with the right soil.
This is an organic peat moss. A lot of people refer to it as muck. It holds water well. It's highly organic, a very nutritious soil.
This soil doesn't crust like a normal upland soil, and it doesn't compact. There's no crust for that tender shoot to try to get up through. So raising the type of crops that we are raising, this soil is ideal.
As fertile as it is, this Huron County soil has a drawback.
It'll actually burn. The organic matter is so high in it, it'll actually burn like coal. You won't actually see a flame, but it will smolder. And so that was a problem years ago. Fortunate now with all of our irrigation, and we do keep a close eye on it, that we never allow that to happen anymore.
Todd Michael has his own version of black gold.
This particular plot of land was original prairie ground. It's a real light soil formed from grasses rather than woodland. It's underlined with gravel, which is full of good water. With irrigation, it creates one of the top soils available for vegetable production.
Ben and Lisa harvest their vegetables from land that had been pasture for as long as anyone could remember. When they started tilling the land, their neighbors were baffled.
And I'm sure that they were wondering, what are those crazy kids doing? But it turns out that that is some of the most beautiful soil we've ever seen. Ben couldn't probe down to the subsoil. It's got that much topsoil and life in it, and it grows great vegetables.
My great-great-grandfather started this farm in 1896. I've always lived within a half a mile of the muck fields. So I started when I was 12 years old, and I started weeding onions and doing menial tasks, and have done everything on this farm from hand weeding to now running the farm.
From the time I was 12, I've been on the farm. So I grew up doing this, and I think it's become second nature. It's in my blood.
I was probably farming in the sandbox at 5, and I was in the field driving tractors at 9, so you can't do that these days, but it's been in my blood my whole life.
With no roots in the soil, the Sipples are a rarity these days. They're first-generation farmers.
Buying a farm at 23, moving to that farm, making a living off the land, is definitely a dream come true.
We're extremely glad to be here. We're both very happy with the life that we've chosen, and we really like where we are right now.
One of the best things I like about working here is that every day is a new challenge, trying to solve the next problem and anticipate what it might be. And it's pretty satisfying knowing that you're growing food for people to eat.
Even if you've never been on a farm, you've never seen a farm, you still have a stake in the health of agriculture in Ohio.